Have you ever wondered why some habits stick while others fall by the wayside? Habits, those unassuming patterns of behavior, wield an incredible influence over our daily lives. They shape our actions, guide our decisions, and in many ways define who we are. When we learn to understand and harness the power of habits, we unlock a potent tool for self-improvement. To truly understand habits, we need to delve into the habit cycle: cues, routines, and rewards. The first step in the habit cycle is the cue. But what exactly is a cue? A cue is the initial spark that sets off a chain of events leading to a habitual behavior. It is the trigger that initiates the habit cycle. Imagine a cue as a green traffic light. When you see it, you know it's time to go. It's the same with habits. The cue is the signal that tells your brain to go into automatic mode and which habit to use. It's a bit of information that predicts a reward, and our brains are incredibly adept at identifying these cues and associating them with specific routines. Cues can come in many forms. They can be external, such as a specific location, time of day, or even a certain person. They can be internal as well, tied to a certain emotional state, a physical sensation, or a particular thought. For example, feeling stressed might be a cue for you to go for a run, or feeling bored might be a cue for you to check your social media. The fascinating thing about cues is that they are intimately tied to our emotional, physical, and mental states. Our environment, our emotions, and even our thoughts can all act as cues, prompting us into habitual behavior. So cues ignite the habit cycle, but what happens next? We move into the routine. After a cue sparks our habit, we then move into the routine phase. This is where the rubber meets the road in the habit cycle. A routine is the actual behavior we perform in response to the cue. It's our response to the cue, the action we take, the habit itself in action. Think of it as an automatic response, a programmed action that we perform without even thinking. It's like a well-rehearsed dance, where every step follows the rhythm without conscious thought. This is where habits live and breathe. Routines are the backbone of our habits. They are the actions we perform so often that they become second nature to us. They are the patterns that shape our lives, that guide our days from morning till night. Routines are our autopilot mode, the default setting we revert to when a cue triggers a habit. But remember, routines form the bulk of our habits, but it doesn't end there. We now come to the final part of the habit cycle, the reward. The final piece of the habit cycle puzzle is the reward. This is the cherry on top, the validation of the routine, and the key to reinforcing the habit loop. Rewards, you see, serve a pivotal role in habit formation. They are the gratification we feel after performing a routine. It could be anything from the sense of accomplishment after a workout, the taste of a favorite dish after a long day, or even a simple pat on the back for a job well done. Understanding rewards is like having a secret weapon in your arsenal. It can help in breaking destructive habits or forming beneficial ones. If you want to form a new habit, make sure you reward yourself after completing the routine. If you're trying to break an old habit, find out what reward you are seeking and try to fulfill that need in a healthier way. Rewards complete the habit cycle, reinforcing the cue and making the routine more likely to repeat. So we've journeyed through the habit cycle from cues to routines and finally rewards. We started with cues, those triggers that set off our habits. They can come from our environment, our emotions, or even specific times of the day. These cues are like the starting gun at a race, signaling our brains to kick off a routine. Then we dove into routines, the actions we perform in response to our cues. They can be as simple as brushing your teeth or as complex as an hour-long workout. These routines are the meat of the habit, the part we perform almost without thinking. Finally, we explored rewards, the payoff we get for performing our routines. Rewards can be physical, like the taste of a delicious meal, or emotional, like the satisfaction of a job well done. They're the finish line of our habit cycle, motivating us to continue the cycle again and again. Understanding this habit cycle is crucial for self-improvement and habit change. Knowledge is power, and understanding your habits gives you the power to change them. Remember, understanding your habit cycle is the first step towards self-improvement.